Lou. Lou, 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 Lou. You're too precious for this world. What is up, guys? Welcome to the Nerdynomicon and the last episode of the season discussion, at least, of Nos4a2, with a little show that I like to call Nos4a2 Recap. We still are going to have one last episode either next week or the week after, where we're basically just going to be talking about the show, the differences between the show and the movie. We're going to talk a little bit about the graphic novel as well, and just kind of compare, contrast, and really think critically how good this show actually is. Because it's one thing to say that, it's good on a week-to-week basis, but how good when we're talking about an adaptation? So, one more episode after this one, but let's get to it, man. The final episode of this season. And keep in mind, it has already been renewed for Season 2. Lou Carmody. I have been waiting all season long to see Lou Carmody. He is not at all what I pictured when I was reading the novel, man. But you know what? This is one of those situations where I actually think that I like him better in the show than I do in the book. And Lou was probably my favorite character in the book. I loved him. I loved the big, jolly teddy bear-like nature of him, the genuine goodness, the genuine innocence of him. His deep faults that he's trying so desperately not to pass on to his son, who is not in the show just as of yet, but that he's trying so hard not to pass on to Wayne. I think that Lou is too precious for this damn world. He is such a good person, and to see Lou being portrayed this way in the show makes me so happy as a fan of Nos4a2, because I think that the portrayal was nailed. As a matter of fact, it was better than nailed. It exceeded every expectation I had. Even the goofy, out-of-place dude that he gives Vic when he first sees her. The nervousness while holding the gun up on Charlie Manx while trying to, help Vic out. It was perfect. Lou was perfect. Don't change a thing about Lou. He was flawless, man. Vic lost her boyfriend, which, to be honest with you, we knew was gonna happen. Okay? He was already taken by Charlie. We know that Lou and Vic are going to get together. We know deep down, at least in the book, the reasons why she got together with him, and, it's heartbreaking for Lou, and it's, to a degree, sad for Wayne, but here's the thing that I always liked about Vic in the novel, is that she was Americana gone wrong. She was a very unlikable protagonist, but she was very understandable. It's a descent into despair and madness with Vic McQueen. You get to see how this trauma and these abilities and the usage and then the yanking away of them truly affects someone. It's almost like seeing someone reaching rock bottom but without the drugs, although she had plenty of alcohol. So I really find myself wondering what they're going to do with Vic's character in the show to show that kind of decline, because it's very much tied in with the bats. Don't let too many bats get out of the bridge. But I digress here. Her boyfriend's gone. The Wraith is torched. Charlie transforming and getting old and gnarly and creepy right before everybody's very eyes. It was great. There was a higher body count in the book, but you know what? This was sufficient. We got to see Maggie and Tabitha kind of having a little bit more of a open discussion, an open kinship. It's great to see Maggie not being such a tragic character, because in the book, she is kind of a junkie at the last breath of her life. And it's great to see more characterization for Maggie. And Jakara is just crushing it. Sailor J, we love you. You're doing phenomenal in this role, girl.
But one more thing. You may want to visit your gynecologist when you get home.
Excuse me?
So early. I thought you didn't know. You're pregnant. Only a few weeks.
Twist! So in the books, Wayne is very much Lou's kid. That looks to not be the case in this show now. And the fact that Vic is with Lou at the end of this, because she runs away from home just like she did in the book. She ends up in Colorado just like she did in the book. This is awesome because it just makes me love Lou even more. You know, that ability to love and care for someone, and to, quite obviously, because we know what's coming, that ability to love the children of someone else like they were your own. How can you not love that person? You know, when they accept that and they say, you know, oh, so somebody else has, you know, you're pregnant with someone's child, or, you know, you're going to have a child, but it's not mine, but I'm still in. How can you not love that person? Dude, this episode belongs to Lou. This episode belongs to Lou. Lou is the MVP of the season, and he's only been in one episode, man. And to see this episode close out in the hospital, which, if memory serves, is the opening scene in the novel. To see Charlie wake up and seeing that his life force is directly tied to the Wraith, which was picked up through a police auction. And you're seeing this guy trying to, you know, hotwire the Wraith up and, you know, see, does it still work? Is it just body work that needs to be done here? I'm going to fix this bitch up. And to see that the life of Charlie Manx is directly tied with the life and longevity of the Wraith. If they were smart, they would have cubed it. But they weren't smart. They just thought that it was totaled as is. I believe in the novel, it's a dad that buys the Wraith to fix up for his daughter, and they're going to use it on prom night or something like that. And then sinister things happen, which may still happen at the beginning of season 2. We have no way of knowing. But that was awesome. Seeing Charlie wake up and terrify that one nurse, and then she's running out scared, and that final shot as the camera backs up and you see Charlie slip back into his coma, his eyes go dark again, but he still has that evil, malicious, fangy smile, and you see the blood on the floor where she was about to give him the transfusion. Perfect way for this show to end, at least for the season. Dude, I'm buying the Blu-ray when it comes out. We'll discuss more in the final episode of this season of Nos4a2 recap. But I don't know how this show is going to stack up binging, because I didn't binge it. I tried to do it week by week, right there with you guys. I'm really interested to see when it gets released and when I do pick up the Blu-ray, because it's a Joe Hill property. I gotta fucking own it. How is this going to stack up with binging? Am I going to like it more? Is it a show that's not going to work for binging? I don't know, but I'm fascinated to find out. This episode was hands down the best of the season for me. And there were some really good and really dark episodes. This episode brought the horror, it brought the heart, it wasn't the scariest and the darkest of any of the episodes, but what it gave 100%. It just didn't focus right down on one thing. Everything that it gave us, it gave it its all, and it worked. I thought this was a great finale. But more importantly, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section down there below. Do not forget to hit that like button. Do not forget to subscribe if you have not done so already. And on Friday, enjoy a new Sinful Analysis, and either next week or the week after, we're going to be doing our last Nos4a2 recap of the season. And then, yes, you guys will be getting Tag It Tuesdays back, okay? I hear you asking for them. You guys are lighting up the comment section. Yes, we'll bring back Tag It Tuesdays, even if it's just me. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.